friends, welcome if you're new here, or welcome back if you're not. My name is Liv. Today's class is working on opening into our upper backs, so our thoracic mobility, which is a really good thing to work on to help you improve the range that you have in your shoulders in all directions, because it's all very much connected. It's going to help you be able to find a little bit more rotation and freedom of movement into your spine, and you'll also find that it's helpful for improving your spinal extension, which is also known as back bends. So we're going to be starting class into child's pose, relatively near the back of the mat. If you want to take your knees a little bit wider than your hips, set your hips nice and close down towards your heels before sliding those hands away. Letting your forehead come to rest to the floor or a block, and see if you can allow your arms to relax as well, just for a moment, elbows to rest down. Just take a moment to settle and find stillness. Let yourself feel like you've kind of arrived, ready for movement. Start to tune into your breath as you feel that space on the way in as the lungs expand. And feel that sense of softness as you let that breath go. Take another one like that, expansive, creating space. And softening, finding release. And then let the breath keep moving just as it is. I want you to walk your hands a little bit closer towards each other. Bending the elbows, the palms come together, so you're forming a little shark fin. I'm pretty sure that's not the official name, but a little shark fin. Give the palms a little bit of a press together, and maybe you can walk your elbows a little bit more narrow to your head, so your biceps are right by your ears. And then using the breath here, as you inhale, press the elbows down, and imagine you're doing cat back, so you're rounding your spine, but there won't be much movement, very, very small. And as you exhale, you're just finding a sense of softness, nothing to push into here. Again, breathing in, elbows pressed down, rounding the spine, broadening shoulder blades. Exhale to soften and to release. We'll do two more like that. Inhale, pushing elbows down. Think about denting the mat beneath you. Exhale to soften. And last one. Inhale, big, broad space within the lungs. And exhale to let it go. As you bring your shark fin back down onto the mat, rise your way into a, forearm tabletop. So bring those knees a little bit more narrow if you need to. Palms can turn to face downwards. From there, your right hand, let it just touch the back of your head. Doesn't really matter where, nothing too specific. From there, inhale, turn that right elbow to the sky as best you can. Doesn't matter how far it gets. And as you exhale, turn it back down, little tap of the mat. Same again, inhale, turning open, lift through the elbow. Exhale, closing off. One more time. Inhale, push down through your left arm, lift up through your right. Good. As you exhale, turn it back down and send that right arm forwards, way beyond your head towards the top of the mat. From there, sink your chest down towards the floor. So it's a little bit like half puppy pose. Your right shoulder blade is drawing away from your spine, and you're thinking of this right side of rib cage drawing down towards the mat. As you press the right hand down, imagine you're pulling it back towards you. See if you can feel the difference that makes in the shoulder and the side body. Take a full breath in. Can you focus it into that right rib cage? And a releasing breath out. Good. Switching the arm. So right elbow comes down for support. Left hand touches the back of the head. Inhale, turn the elbow open. Push down through the right side. Exhale to turn back down. Inhale, opening, twisting, turning, and exhale to turn it back down. Last one, inhale, root down through the right, lift up through the left, and exhale, turning it back down. Send those left fingers or left hand far towards the top of the mat, and then sinking down through the chest. Broaden that left shoulder blade. Think of the left rib cage moving towards the floor into your little half puppy. Find that sense of engagement by pushing the palm down. Imagine you're dragging it back towards you. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Good. As you lift the gaze and look forwards, we're coming forwards into Sphinx, so bring your right hand to the top of the mat. Find your way down onto your belly and then prop your way up onto those elbows, so elbows roughly underneath the shoulders. As you press down, think of pulling the elbows back to find a little bit more lift through the chest. And then with your right fingertips, come and bring them about alongside your hips so it's quite far back. Draw the shoulder back in space. And as you push your fingertips into the floor, look over that right shoulder so this right side of the body can peel away from the floor, and finding that sort of upper back twisting, opening over to the right shoulder. You could choose to stay here, or bend your left knee, heel towards your bum, the hand to reach to grab that foot, and then kick the foot into the hand. A nice big opening for the front of the right chest as you root down through the front of the left pelvis. Breathing in. And breathing out. Good. Take one more. Go on, breathe right into your belly. Inhale. And exhale. Softly let that go. Draw that elbow to the floor. Take it the other side. So left fingertips alongside the pelvis. Root down into those fingertips. Turn a little bit through the chest as you look over the left shoulder. Think of that left shoulder drawing down and back. Keeping this position here, you could stay if you're enjoying it as it is, or bend that right knee. The hand goes and searches the foot. You could take the little toe side. That's going to feel more challenging, but will also give you a bigger opening, so your choice. Kick the foot into the hand. Big opening through left chest, engaging through right glute muscles. Expand your belly. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Try and get that breath all the way in and all the way out. Lovely. Softly release that foot. Let your hands come alongside your rib cage as you tuck your toes, push your bum back towards your heels, and then hips in towards the sky. Finding downward facing dog, and find any little wiggles of the legs or swishes of the shoulders that help you feel a little bit more settled here. Nice and long and heavy through the neck. Let the body come to stillness when you feel ready. Push the floor away from you, shoulders by the ears, broadening the shoulder blades across your upper back. From there, we're going to move through some spinal rolls. I want you to think of them a little bit like cat and cow, but they're between down dog and plank. So, on the inhale with a rounded spine, roll your way forwards into a high plank-ish position. And then lead by bending the knees, sit bones to the sky as you curl your way all the way back to down dog. Same again, inhale, rolling forwards, hollow the belly, push the floor away. Exhale, bend the knees, sit bones to the sky as you curl back into down dog. Let's do one more. Inhale, rolling forwards. Exhale, rippling all the way back. Finding that down dog, take a moment to pause. Big breath in. Full breath out. Moving on with the right leg. Inhale, send it to the sky for three-legged dog. Keep the left heel pressing towards the floor. Squeeze right bum to lift that leg higher. With the leg in the sky, bend it. Think of your heel moving towards your left bum. Lift the right knee to the sky by widening your inner thighs away from one another. Hold it for the breath in. As you exhale, scoop the foot forwards, place it between the hands, give it the help it needs to get there if necessary before dropping down through the back knee. As you lift through the chest, let your hands come together behind you to form a fist, palm faces palm. Inhale, draw the fist down and away from you as you lift the chest, lift the chin. Engage through your left bum muscles, think of the tailbone lightly tucking under. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Take one more breath in. Now keep your arms as they are, and as you exhale, you're going to fold forward. So you're going to humble your low lunge. The body is coming towards the inner of the thigh. The fist is rising towards the ceiling, and maybe you're gazing towards the back of your mat. Think of the front of the chest becoming wider as the shoulder blades squeeze together. One last breath in. and all the way out. As you softly release your arms, try not to let them ping away from each other. Inhale, lift through the chest. This time the arms going up and overhead, back into your low lunge. Pull the arms to the sky, shoulder blades rising towards the ears. Think of keep squeezing left bum, and that left knee, imagine it's dragging towards the top of the mat. A final inhale. And then on the exhale, elbow to the outer of the thigh as you come to twist. Press the elbow into the leg as you find that rotation looking over your right shoulder. As the elbow presses into the thigh is going to press back out towards the elbow. Draw the belly in to make space for that rotation. Breathe in. And breathe out. Maintain the twist in the torso, but rise yourself up. Left arm is forwards, right arm is back, and just move back so you're into a nice upright position. From here, the back hand, nice and gently, can you go and search out your back heel to make sure your toes are tucked under, and then left arm reaches high to the sky. If that's a little bit too far to go, just take your hand to your waist instead. Your left side body is your focus here. Breathe into it, expand. And to soften. Good. Think of a nice strong belly. As you inhale, you're going to come all the way up into this upright balancing position or kneeling position. Untuck your back toes to press the top of the foot down. Now can you find a bit of balance? Strong through your left glutes. Can you find a point onto that left knee where your right foot can float? Imagine you're on a tightrope, and then swing that foot out towards the right side. Make sure there's no dogs in your way to place your foot down, toes pointing to the right side. You're then going to lunge your hips towards that heel, either forearm to the thigh or perhaps hand next to big toe, left arm to go all the way up and over, arm alongside the ear. Think of turning your thumb to the sky. Take a long breath in and a full breath out. One more here, inhale. On the exhale, pull the body all the way back up to upright. Right knee comes to the mat. Knees are just a little bit wider than your hips, and tuck your toes under before we come to camel. Engage through your bum, so tuck your tailbone, try and flatten out the front of the hips. Keep your body nice and flat as you lean your torso back until your hands find your heels. From there, with a big breath in, lift your chest, squeeze your shoulder blades, press those hips maybe that little bit further forwards as you expand through the whole front of the body. Just one deep breath in and one full breath out. Good. Come out of it the way that we came in, so bring your bum and chest slightly back, and then strong press into the knees to come all the way up. Hands onto the mat in front of you, tucking those toes, lifting your hips back to down dog if you want to move through a vinyasa here instead. That's a good opportunity too. Otherwise, just take a couple of extra breaths in down dog. Draw the breath in. Draw the breath out. Good. Left leg. Inhale all the way to the sky. Reach through the toes. Keep the leg as straight as you can here. On the exhale, let the leg bend, turning through the pelvis, heel towards right bum, maybe even looking under left armpit. Take a final inhale. Hold what you have. As you exhale, draw the leg underneath, placing the foot between the hands and dropping the back knee down to the floor. From there, torso rises, hands come behind your back to make a fist. Use a nice deep breath in to draw the fist down towards the mat. Press the fist back towards the back of the mat as you lift the chest towards the sky. Strong through your right bum muscles. Can you give them a little bit of a squeeze? Inhale. And exhale. Keep the fist behind you as you then take your next breath out. Fold your body forwards to the inside of your thigh. Let the fist keep rising away from the body as you humble your low lunge. Maybe the gaze is towards the back of the mat, where you can allow the back of the neck to feel long. Keep lifting that fist away from the body. Big breath in. And a final breath out. Good. Try not to let the hands ping away. Softly let go. Inhale, scoop the chest, scoop the arms all the way back to the sky. Energetically imagine that back right knee is pulling towards the top of the mat. Take one more inhale, shoulder blades rising. On the exhale, twisting. Elbow to the outer of the thigh. Palms come together into a prayer position before pressing the arm and leg together. Imagine the spine is getting longer out towards the top of the mat as you inhale. Keep finding that rotation as you exhale. Good, last one. Wonderful. Keeping the twist within the chest, rise your way up. Right arm is forwards, left arm is back into an active twist where you have to use your core muscles a little more. And then your back hand is either going down towards your heel. You could take the same option you did on the other side and take hand to the waist. Right rib cage, right side body is your focus. Breathe into it, feel that length. And breathe out. Last one, inhale. On the exhale, drawing the body nice and strong all the way back towards upright. And then I recommend you untuck the toes to the balance so you can press the top of the foot down. Strong right bum, scoop the tailbone. Can you find a little float of your left foot out in front of you? And then turn it to the side. Place it down off the mat, toes point out to the left. Lunge your hips down towards that ankle, either forearm to the thigh or hand to the floor. Right arm spins all the way up and over. Turn your thumb to face the ceiling. Maybe your left arm can encourage your left knee a little wider to open into those inner legs. Big inhale. And a final exhale. As you come all the way up and out of it, let that knee come to the mat. Knees are a little wider than your hips. Second round of camel, tucking those toes. Find that engagement through your glutes. That front body is flat. Lean your flat body backwards, hands to find the heels, and then lift through the chest as you press through the hips. Expand your front body as you breathe in. Soften through the face as you breathe out. One more, inhale. And then as you exhale, draw your hips and chest back to flatten out the front of the body before rising up, and your hands come to the floor. This time you can come straight into down dog. Lift your hips nice and high towards the ceiling, and then bring your feet a little bit more narrow, maybe all the way together. You're going to walk your hands towards the back of the mat as you come into a little toe stand, a little crouch. Thighs are pretty much together. Find a little bit of balance, so peel those fingertips off the mat. Hands can come in front of chest. And then from here, the balance I think is always trickier than it looks, but your left elbow to the out of your right thigh. So you're going to twist to face towards your right. As you press the arm and the leg together, you're welcome to stay here. If you want to expand a little further, right arm to the sky, left fingertips towards the floor as you keep pressing the legs back towards the arms. So what I want you to try and avoid is your knees being pushed towards the left side. Keep them facing forwards. Full expansive breath in. And all the way out. Lovely. As you undo your twist, let your hands or fingertips come to the floor, lifting your hips towards a forward fold, maybe just widen your feet. And seeing as we've not given a great deal of attention to our hamstrings, recommend you go with a nice ragdoll fold, soft bend of knees, body and thighs close together. Each breath in gives you a sense of length within the body. And each breath out to find that sense of softness. One more, inhale. And exhale, good. Taking your hands down to the floor, walk your way out all the way into a high plank position. Shoulders are over the wrists, bum is squeezing. Think of that tailbone lightly tucked under. From there, side plank, left hand is down, right arm to the sky. You can leave your feet staggered because we're moving them in a moment. Lift the hips away from the floor, and then your top right leg, I want you just to step it off the back of the mat towards a relatively moderate wild thing. So not super bendy, it's like a side plank. Maybe lift the hips a little more. Maybe your right arm reaches up alongside your ear. Expand this whole front body, inhale. And exhale. Good. Now balance challenge here. Try not to put your right hand down. Can you control your right knee back to the mat as if it was going to come back towards tabletop? Slowly, slowly place it down. And then your right arm is threading underneath the left armpit into your threaded needle pose. Side of the shoulder, side of the head to the mat. Once you are there, left arm reaches to the sky. You're very welcome to stay here because the balance is not easy. If you want to make the balance harder, can you press into the side of your shoulder and perhaps you can float your left straight leg away from the floor. You can keep it down. If you have a little roll over, you won't be the first person in history to ever do that. One more breath in. And one more breath out. Draw the hand down towards the mat. Unthread your way into a tabletop position. From there, tucking toes either into plank for your vinyasa, or you can go straight to down dog. If you are vinyasaing, halfway or full way lower to the mat, shoulder blades towards each other, lifting through the chest, maybe floating the thighs. And as you exhale, turning or rolling over the toes as you find your downward facing dog. Lovely. Feet come a little bit more narrow in your down dog. Walk your way to the back of the mat, into your little toe stand, into your little squat. Find your balance, lift your chest, bringing your hands in front of your chest. Thighs squeeze together. From there, twisting towards your left. Elbow to the outer of the thigh, but again, try not to let the legs migrate off towards one side. Either stay with what you've got here or expand out through the arms. Lift through the left, right fingertips reaching towards the floor. Big inhale. Slow and steady exhale. One more. As you exhale, undo the twist, undo your body, hands to the floor, lifting your hips, finding that forward fold. Maybe this time, if you wish to, holding the back of the ankles or calves to give yourself a little bit of leverage, deepening your fold that little bit more. Take a big breath in and a full breath out. Lovely. Releasing the hands to the floor. Walk yourself all the way out into high plank. Once those shoulders are over wrist, think of squeezing bum, pushing your heels backwards. Right hand stays down, left arm to the sky as you turn into your side plank. Push the floor away, reach through top fingertips. And then with that top left leg, step it off behind you onto the ball of your foot. Turn your torso and chest a little more to face the sky. Maybe your left arm goes up and alongside the ear. Breathing in, finding space and expanding front body. Breathing out. One more, inhale. Now see if we can balance. Keep your left arm lifted. Unflip your left knee. Can you softly guide it back to the mat like tabletop? Threading that left arm underneath the right armpit. Find a place for it to steady. You could always leave your hand where it is if this is a good place to stay, or you can send that right arm to the sky. If you went for the balance, on the other side, keep your right hip facing down. It's when it turns open that you're going to sort of topple behind you. Keep the hip facing down. Can you float that right leg to the sky? Good. Take one more deep breath in and a full breath out. Good. Hand comes down. Unthread as you draw your way all the way around towards tabletop. Cross your ankles behind you. Maybe bring your knees forward so there's some space so you can come round to a seated position. Have a little scoot forward so there's some space on the mat behind you. Arms reach alongside the legs as you slowly, slowly, slowly unravel the body down to the mat. Giving your knees a nice little hug in towards you, giving them a nice little squeeze. And then crossing your right leg on top of your left as if you were going towards eagle, and you're very welcome to take a double bind and do exactly that, eagle legs. And then left arm on top of right as you take eagle arms. As you inhale, extend your fingertips overhead, your toes towards the mat, maybe they can tap. And as you exhale, elbows and knees together as you lift your shoulder blades and head off of the mat. Core work. Inhale, extend it out, little tap of the floor. Exhale, pulling them in, broaden through the shoulder blades. One more, inhale to extend. And exhale to draw in. Good. As you pop your shoulders back onto the floor, unravel the limbs, and then take the other way. So left leg on top of right, maybe double bind, right arm on top of left as you find eagle arms. Just 3 more. Inhale, extend away, tapping the floor. Exhale, knees to elbows, lift the shoulder blades. As you inhale and extend, try to keep your lower back squishing towards the floor. Exhale to pull in, small little ball. Last one, inhale, keep your lower back down. Exhale as you pull it all the way in. Good. Unravel, let your feet come to the floor. Maybe just keep your knees bent and take a nice little swish. little sway of the legs, one side to the other, giving your belly, giving your core just a minute to soften. When you feel ready, let those heels slide out and away from you towards the corners of your mat. Take a big breath in, and then maybe out through the mouth. Let it go as you feel your body release and soften. Allow yourself to feel nice and heavy. Feel the body down against the mat. Just feeling as the heart beats a little slower, as the breath starts to move a little softer. As you feel that buzz of energy within your center, just notice as it starts to soften, as the body winds down and rests. And then from here, finding that nice strong breath in to reawaken the body, bringing life back into the limbs. Drawing your knees in for a nice little hug, a little squeeze. Before softly, whichever way is most comfortable for you, find your way all the way back to seated. Use a final breath in, lift the arms to the sky, feel nice and tall, and use a final breath out to lower your hands towards your belly, your chin towards your chest, and maybe finding a smile across your face. Thank you so much, guys, for practicing with me today. I hope you enjoyed the class. I would really appreciate it if you could hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, as it really helps support me and my channel. And do let me know what you thought of the class in the comments below. I love to hear from you. Hope to see you back on my channel again soon.